Greetings, I am Rob Chapman, and welcome to this demonstration of the Peavey Triple X II. This is an unashamed 120 watt monster metal powerhouse. Peavey contacted me recently and said, did I want to demonstrate this amplifier or the Bandit? And of course I said, yes. To both. So as you can see behind me, I've got a Bandit, that's coming up at some point soon, but right now, to begin with, the Peavey Triple X II. So let me run you down the mega spec of this monster metal amp from Peavey. To begin with, it's got 8 bits of glass rammed in its hard metallic exterior, extremely heavy, and reassuringly so, chassis. It's got 4 EL34s in the power section and 4 12AX7s in the preamp section. You can switch the power section of the amp to run on either EL34s or 6L6s. It's entirely up to you which you would choose. I'm using EL34s at the moment. It sounds absolutely formidable. It's a 3-channel amplifier. So you've got the classic clean, you've got your, what do they call it, rhythm and lead. I was gonna see if they called it crunch, because it's way beyond any crunch I've ever heard. It also comes with a patented presence and resonance, a couple of controls down here, and it's got fat switches, something I wish I could turn off on me, and it's got a noise gate too, quite a subtle noise gate, which I'll demonstrate in this demonstration for you. On the back, it's got an effects loop, which you will see now. The effects loop, which actually I'm running an amplifier into. Not an amplifier as in an amp, but the amplifier from Atomic. I'm using it as a really high-end reverb and delay unit. Sounds absolutely fantastic in the effects loop. Of course, you could put anything in there, really. Bananas, porridge. I wouldn't recommend that, though. All 3 of the channels come with a 3-point EQ, bass, treble, middle. As you can see, the lead and the rhythm channels come with volume and gain. There's also a master volume, but then the clean channel comes treble, middle, bass, and just the volume. The clean channel is clean as you like. If you drive it really hard, which I have, and it's incredibly loud, you will get a tiny bit of breakup, but it's really that classic Peavey kind of warm, buttery clean. It's just, they describe it as a fantastic foundation to build the rest on. It's a great clean tone if you're into clean tones. Here's a clean tone for you. Triple X's rhythm channel really goes as dirty as you want it to. I've actually got it dialed back just a little bit so that you can hear more of the overall tone of the amplifier and less of the just searing, destructive gain, which is what this has on tap. So here's a little bit of the rhythm channel. The manual kindly reminds us that you can get tones ranging from the classic 50 Peavey to the 3120, the kind of modern heavy gain type stuff. It really does seem to deliver all of that. I mean, if you look at the hard, metallic, heavy chassis, you'd be forgiven for thinking that this is just a metal amp. I mean, it is a ridiculous metal amp, but arguably you could get some classic, crunchy British rock and kind of clean tones. But we're really not going to focus on that in this demonstration because this is the Triple X Mark II from Peavey, and it deserves all the metal it can throw at itself. Today I'm using a really simple recording configuration. I've got a Shure Dynamic and I've got a condenser from Rode, two mics going straight into my Scarlett interface over there, straight into GarageBand. Really simple. I'm not doing anything to the mics. I've just balanced the volume levels and made sure there's no phasing, and that's all you're going to get in your ears. Well, what else do you get with your Peavey Triple X II? Apart from a massive reassuring metal weight in the back of your car to destroy ears, you also get this really, again, reassuringly sturdy Peavey Footswitch. And with this, you can swap, you can turn the effects on and off, just like that. You get that reassuring clunk of, yes, I'm working, no, I'm not. You can swap between the three channels, the clean, the lead, and the rhythm. A quick note, if you do buy one of these, please, rather than, because men don't read manuals, I know I didn't, this only works when you set the amplifier to the lead section, because obviously if you take this out with the DIN cable, you can swap between lead, rhythm and clean on the front of the amplifier, but the Footswitch only works when you have it set to the lead channel, something that took me 10 minutes to work out. Now, I'm not really going to give minus points for anything because it's a fantastic sounding amplifier, American-made, mega high quality, kind of exactly what you come to expect from Peavey. But if I was, it would be that the Footswitch operates with this DIN cable, and of course if you lose it, most people don't have one on them. I prefer it when Footswitches operate with just a regular guitar or instrument jack cable. But there you go, one of those things. Well, it's a 120 watt mega metal amplifier, and a lot of people are going to be saying, yeah, 120 watts, that's great. And a lot of people are going to be going, nah, I don't want 120 watts. I guess it's pros and cons, really. The pro of having 120 watts on tap is, of course, you get wicked headroom for the cleans, and arguably that foundational tone gives you the sort of driving punch that you might want for some of the metal tones. On the other side of things, 120 watts is an awful lot of watts that you probably won't need all of if you're just playing very small venues on the pub circuit. You can get great tones quietly with this amplifier. Of course, via YouTube and through a camera, it's really difficult for you to tell whether something is quiet or loud because everything's compressed, and of course you're not in the room with me, which is a real shame. If you were here, it would be great. I have coffee and cookies. So just take it from me, you can get great low bedroom tones with this amplifier if you need it, and in fact it would look sick next to a PlayStation. For this demonstration I've been using my Ghost Fret. This one is equipped with a bare knuckle Warpig, and it sounds great, I think, anyway. I think it sounds even better through this Peavey. I really hope you enjoyed it. You guys take it easy. Chappers quite considerably. out. See you in America.